ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on this beautiful Tuesday, February 2nd. My guest today is Janelle Monroe, and you can find her at Tax Time. She runs a tax business. What we're going to do today, you're going to straighten me out, aren't you?
I'm going to try as much as I can.
Yeah, good luck with that. We are going to help you folks get your financial life put together, if only for your tax or for putting together taxes. And Janelle's going to walk us through changes that are going on right now, as well as whatever changed in the last year, because this was kind of a unique and odd little year, wasn't it?
Like with everything else, yes.
Just kind of strange. But we're going to do all that here in just a minute as you're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. I do appreciate you tuning in, however you're doing it, on channel 100 or 99 or 97, or if you're watching on the YouTube app, or clicking on a Facebook link, Twitter link. We're all over the place. We're nationwide. Do appreciate you tuning in. What is going on around the area today? Well, I did find one community event, and this is kind of it's kind of an online community event in actuality. This is if you're in the Effingham area, Alzheimer's Awareness. They're going to have an online presentation today at 6 o'clock this evening. This is for memory loss, what you need to know. It's discussing the difference between normal aging and memory loss or confusion caused by treatable medical conditions and memory loss due to Alzheimer's disease or other types of dementia. So if you have, or if someone in your family has maybe experienced some issues of potential memory loss, then they don't know if it's aging, and you don't know what kind of thoughts. That's a scary thing. And this is a free presentation put on by the effinghamlibrary.org. So go online to effinghamlibrary.org, and you can register there, or you can give them a call at 217-342-2464. You do need to register before this event this evening. And if you do register, of course, they'll send you an email with a link and password to the online event. If you have, again, any questions, or if you want to register all over the phone, give them a call at, like I said, 217-342-2464, or email info at effinghamlibrary.org, and they'll be able to help you out. So that is, again, tonight. What time was that? That's a bad joke, isn't it? That was a terrifically tasteless joke. I'm the worst person of all time. What else is going on, ladies? It's at 6 o'clock. This is what it is when it's going on. It's at 6 o'clock. What else is going on today, ladies and gentlemen? This is Groundhog Day. It's hard to believe we've come around to 1 month is already in the books, and we got Groundhog Day coming up today. Will the groundhog see his shadow? Or will there be 6 more weeks of winter? Who knows? Groundhog Day is observed on February 2nd each year here in the United States and in Canada. On this day, traditionally, the groundhog awakens from his nap for a nice welcome break during the winter to see if he can see his shadow. Many folks believe if the groundhog sees his shadow, there will be 6 more weeks of winter. And if this is so, he ducks back into his den, go back to sleep. However, if he does not see his shadow, he remains outside to play, and people celebrate believing that spring is just around the corner. Are you a big believer, I guess, in Groundhog Day?
It seems to always be 6 more weeks of winter around here.
It really does.
And if I'm doing taxes, I like that, because I'd rather it be cold when I'm in there doing
You're not going to be missing anything.
Right.
You don't want to be missing out.
That year that February was like all sunny and bright, and we had so many nice days in February, that was the hardest tax season.
Wasn't that the year, like the last 2 weeks of February were in the 70s?
Yeah, it was
Every
insane.
Day.
It was insane. The farmers were already like cultivating fields. It was nuts.
Yeah. That may or may not happen this year. We'll know today when Punxsutawney Phil heads out. You know, the tradition of predicting the length of winter is intertwined with the Christian holiday Candlemas. Clergy would bless candles symbolizing the light of the world. Another tradition is involved in eating crepes. Germans, Groundhog Day started in Germany, where they practiced the art of predicting the winter with a hedgehog. And when they arrived in the United States and settled in Pennsylvania, the groundhog became the official predictor of Groundhog Day, or of what goes on. So yeah, if he sees his shadow. It's 6 more weeks of winter, and you do have a point, by the way. It's like you have been paying attention over the years, because since they started keeping track, like in 1877, the groundhog has seen his shadow 120 times, and then has not seen his shadow like 20 times, and it's been 6 more weeks of winter.
More often than not.
So there you go. This is also National Tater Tot Day. National Tater Tot Day. It's an opportunity for folks to celebrate, recognize this kitchen staple. In the United States, people consume approximately, how many would you think? I'm going to ask you the question.
Probably a bunch.
3.5 billion tater tots every year.
Wow.
That's a lot. That's
And that's in addition to fries and wedges and all the other potato
Isn't that like,
products.
that's doing the math in my head. That's like 10 tater tots for every man, woman, and child in the United States.
Wow.
Every year. That's pretpretty good.
But some people probably eat them a lot, and some people.
Well, yeah, people are making up for other people.
Yeah.
Like, you could, I personally don't eat much of tater tots, but
I don't eat much potatoes. Period.
I don't either. But yeah, today is Tater Tots Day. These bite-sized bits of golden deliciousness were created from scraps from making French fries. They were once used to feed cattle, but then they decided they were throwing away too much potatoes to their cattle. Neffy and Golden Grig in Oregon and around the Oregon and Idaho border. They, along with their brother-in-law, started dabbling in frozen food when they rented a plant in Oregon. And in 1934, they focused on making French fries. The waste fed to cattle seemed excessive, and so they put them all together. They scrapped them together. They shredded bits into tasty bites when blanched and fried. And by 1952, they were they had formed the plant. They were Ore-Ida. How about that?
Oh, so Oregon, Idaho. I got it.
Yeah, that's where Ore-Ida comes from. Oregon, Idaho. It's always been Ore-Ida tater tots.
Right. Or fries, anything.
You see tater tots in other. If you go to the store and you see them in other frozen packages, hey, that's not the good stuff. Ore-Ida's got the good stuff. How do you celebrate the Tater Tot Day? Well, you can add tater tots to a burrito. Make a potato version of nachos by adding your favorite toppings. They do that down down at that Curly Tail, right?
Tachos.
Yeah, those are good. Add tater tots to your burger. Tater tots and eggs go well together. Maybe build a kebab using vegetables and tater tots and marinated meat. So I am not a big fan of that, but I would be all right. This holiday has been observed since 2009. This is also National Heavenly Hash Day. National Heavenly Hash Day recognizes the family favorite in a variety of desserts and as a common ingredient. When it comes to defining, the only ingredient that seems to be certain is the marshmallows. Marshmallow cream or whip mixes marshmallows along with chocolate, and then you can throw it in ice creams, make s'mores or something out of them, make who knows what out of it. That's Heavenly Hash. What's on Wabash? What do you want to see on television tonight? High school boys basketball. It's back!
Yay.
I'm back. Gonna get busy. Tonight we are in South Central in Farina as Weber Trojans taking on South Central Cougars right here on this channel, and that'll be at 6:15. We'll take the air. The game's going to start about 6:30. Only one game tonight. No JV contest, just a varsity contest. NBA basketball doubleheader on TNT. Starting at 6:30, the Clippers at the Nets, followed by the Celtics at the Golden State Warriors. NHL hockey also with a doubleheader on NBC Sports Network. The Sabres are at the Islanders at 5, and then at 7:30, it's Minnesota at Colorado. Blackhawks are that's on NBC Sports Network, Channel 216. Chicago Blackhawks are on NBC Sports Chicago at 7 o'clock, Channel 643. They'll take on Carolina. And the Blues also have a game tonight against Arizona, also at 7 o'clock on Channel 630, which is Fox Sports Midwest. NCAA men's basketball, triple header on Fox Sports 1. That's Channel 610. At 4 o'clock, Butler's at Marquette. Penn State then at Wisconsin at 6. And at 8, it is USC at Stanford. On ESPN2, number 18, Tennessee Volunteers are at Ole Miss. Kentucky's at Missouri, and that's at 6 and 8. And then at 7 o'clock, Purdue is at Maryland. Also tonight on ESPN, biggest games of the night. Baylor is at Texas. Number 2, Baylor is at number 5, Texas, followed by the Illinois Fighting Illini at the Hoosiers from Indiana. And that'll be a good one. It's on ESPN tonight, 6 o'clock and 8 o'clock. That is Janelle Monroe. I'm Bruce Dickey. We'll be back right after this. Going to talk taxes. Going to save you some bucks. Back in a sec.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Briscoe Surplus Sales on the northeast edge of Flora is your one-stop do-it-all shop. Looking for rugged boots and footwear from great brands like Lacrosse, Rocky, and Carolina? They're there. How about top-notch small engine parts and service? Briscoe Surplus Sales has it. Whether you're wiring your switches or switching your wiring, Briscoe Surplus Sales has the solution and the know-how to help you get the job done right the first time. Briscoe Surplus Sales, your one-stop do-it-all shop.
At Clay City Banking Company, we're all on the same team, regardless of zip code. At home, work, school, or across the country, you can be part of our team with our cutting-edge mobile banking products. From your hand, you can check balances, transfer money, make deposits, and pay bills. Looking for a loan? We've got you covered with our mortgage, agriculture, commercial, and consumer loans. Join our team today. Clay City, Flora, Louisville, and Fairfield Banking Companies. We're the hometown banks, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Does your home show signs of foundation problems? Call the experts at Woods Basement Systems. Our Power Brace system can fix the problem permanently and help protect the value of your home. Call Woods Basement Systems today. Woods, the all things basement-y experts.
Mold, rank air, pests, all getting closer to inside your home. With a dirt crawl space, there's no telling what's below you.
A sealed crawl space locks the nasty stuff out, plus can lower your utility bills. Woods, the all things basement-y experts.
It is all things new at Zimdar's Heating, Air Conditioning, and Appliance Repair. We have a new line of heating and cooling equipment and new technicians. Our new equipment line offers 24 months free financing and excellent warranty coverage. Our experienced service technicians can provide you with quality service and repairs on all brands of HVAC equipment. Zimdar's has been serving Clay County and the surrounding areas for over 23 years. The employees of Zimdar's are here to help, so call local and call Zimdar's.
Hey folks, welcome back. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. Thanks so much for joining us today. Please welcome today Janelle Monroe. She has been on the show before. Mm-hmm. You've been here talking about the animals requesting friends and that kind of stuff here before, but that's not what we're talking today because still kind of in a little limbo in that situation.
Can't have the crowds.
But one thing that does not stop.
Taxes,
yeah, isn't that kind of a rule? Isn't that
they say two things for sure in life: death and taxes.
Yeah, death and taxes. Yeah, you're gonna get you're guaranteed both of them. And this year, we have had so many odd alterations with the taxes, with the COVID and all the stimulus stuff, and now with minimum wage changes and all kinds of different things. What is maybe the most important thing you think that a general person out there needs to keep in mind when they're thinking about doing their taxes for this upcoming year?
Just remembering everything that might be different. This may be the first time lots of people have drawn unemployment.
Yeah.
So they need to remember to log in and get that form. This is the first time we've ever had unemployment for self-employed people. So that's all.
So that's a new thing. I never knew that.
Yeah, it's called PUA, Pandemic Unemployment Assistance. It was an additional type of unemployment here in Illinois that folks who were self-employed could submit. There's also been all of the PPP loans and the EIDL help.
Okay, so how do let's just go one at a time. Because I mean that's a lot to swallow. Starting with somebody who hasn't been on unemployment maybe before, and this year, like you say, a lot of folks never expected to be on unemployment did receive benefits for quite some time, and is the state good at telling you need to go in and get your tax information, or do you kind of need to do that on your own?
You kind of have to know to do it on your own. Your tax preparer might ask you. I mean, I'm asking nearly all of my people, hey, were you on unemployment? Because some people it might even be just a week or a 2-week shutdown or furlough type of situation, and other people it might be half the year.
Yeah.
So you just log into your account wherever you drew the unemployment. Some people work in Indiana or another state, and so just log in and usually can print it off. It's a 1099-G, and it reports the amount total from where and if you had any taxes withheld.
Okay, now this is something I've kind of always wondered about. Whenever, as we are becoming more of an electric society, and you're not getting mail from places like for instance your unemployment folks, or you're not getting mail from the government all that much. What if you don't have a printer? What if I don't have a printer? Whenever I'm thinking about the beginning to prepare my taxes.
A lot of people send me their information over email or in a secure message type of situation. So that they can get me their documents without a printer, or there's people that will come in my office and they can print to my printer.
Have you seen the new commercials? The new commercials for, I don't know if it's Progressive, or it must not be that effective a commercial because I can't remember what company it is, but it's the one where the guy's trying to make people not become their parents.
Oh.
And they're showing them. He says, today we're gonna download a PDF. and all the people say, whoa, I'm not gonna do. You must be running into folks who just are terrifically uncomfortable with dealing with this kind of stuff.
I had people all throughout the year that maybe needed some help doing their unemployment, or needed help uploading documents to obtain their unemployment, especially self-employed folks, because they had to submit several required things. So I helped them all year with that.
Well, I mean, that's the thing. You've probably counseled and talked to all kinds of folks who have had different changes this year that they weren't expecting.
Lots of bankers with helping people do their paycheck protection program loans or their EIDL through the Small Business Administration.
All right, now let's move to a little bit more of the business side of it a little bit. How will the PUP loans work? Are they called PUP loans?
PPP
loans. The PPP loans that I'll bet you probably 20% of or 30 or 40% of the business around here took as a loan. Is that classified as income yet, or because they have not been the expectation is these loans will be converted to grants, right?
And
however, that has not happened.
Nearly all of the end of the year, the government kind of bounced that around and said, okay, yes, we'll give it to you as a grant. But then they said only if you paid the specific expenses that were allowed under it.
Yeah, which were payroll for the most part.
Payroll, a few utilities, rent, things like that.
Yeah.
So then they came back and said, no, the forgiveness will be all of it, but you can't deduct the expenses. So then they came back and they said, yes, you can deduct the expenses, and yes, it will be a grant. But many people are still in that forgiveness process. So it's sort of sitting on the balance sheet for most people, most businesses, or it's sitting in an other income that will be treated like a tax-exempt type of income situation.
So if I'm building my balance sheet, if I'm building my balance sheet for, and we did receive that PPP information. If I have not received the conversion yet, if I've not been informed of the forgiveness yet, I'm basically setting it out on my balance sheet as another asset, probably just another asset.
Yeah.
What am I putting on the liability?
No, it's a loan.
And it's going to be on the liability side.
It's a liability side.
I'm going to have the liability of let's call it $10,000. Liability of $10,000 that I'm going to owe
So cash in, liability out.
Okay, so what am I putting on the asset side for it?
Cash.
Okay.
When it came in. And then when you
if the cash is spent.
then it's an expense.
It's going to expenses. Okay. All right.
So then when you pull the liability off, then it'll hit income as tax exempt.
I tell you what, that is far more difficult, far more into the weeds than I expected to get on PPP. But we're going to talk about all kinds of different stuff because this is all new this year, isn't it? A lot of this.
Yeah.
Janelle's going to help us out. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce. By the way, folks wanting to know more about Janelle, they can get a hold of her. You can look on Facebook to jmtaxtime.com, or what's your phone number if anybody needs?
618-599-0170.
599-0170, and she'll help to walk you through stuff. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. We'll be back right after this. Stick around.
Does your home show signs of foundation problems? Call the experts at Woods Basement Systems. Our Power Brace system can fix the problem permanently and help protect the value of your home. Call Woods Basement Systems today. Woods, the all things basement-y experts.
Mold, rank air, pests, all getting closer to inside your home. With a dirt crawl space, there's no telling what's below you.
A sealed crawl space locks the nasty stuff out, plus can lower your utility bills. Woods, the all things basement-y experts.
Scheid Diesel Service Company is your anything diesel full-service center and fuel injection shop. Scheid Diesel offers the quickest turnaround times to get you back on the road. Scheid Diesel can service any diesel engine from agricultural, construction, heavy-duty truck, and automotive. Let Scheid rebuild your pump, injectors, or turbos. Need custom fuel lines? Scheid has you covered. With a drive-in service, they offer a variety of services, including oil changes, engine rebuilds, DOT inspections, and DPF cleanings. For unmatched quality, think Scheid Diesel Service Company. Anything diesel. Hi, my name is Bruce Dickey of Wabash Catch TV's Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Watch us each weekday right here on your local cable station. We're on at 9 a.m. with a repeat at 9 p.m. It's your local TV talk show with plenty of information, fun, and frivolity to get your day started right or maybe even ended right. Please contact me at 665-9970 or at bruced@wabash.net if you are a member of your organization would like to be a guest on the show. That's 665-9970. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Hey, thanks for watching.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont's always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LaMonsOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Get ahead of the game at Carter Athletic Academy, where the goal is to transform you into the best young athlete you can be. Train for top performance in football, volleyball, soccer, baseball, and softball. Professional private lessons and clinics are always available with Carter Athletic Academy's expert training staff. Carter's exclusive Hit Track system brings skill development as well as exciting gameplay to batting cages. Plus, the Academy is the perfect spot for your special event or celebration. The Carter Athletic Academy in Fairfield. Hey folks, welcome back. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. My guest today is Janelle Monroe. And all right, I'm not going to do it yet. I'm holding off on it. I'm holding off on the stimulus.
Oh, you can.
I'm going to. Don't get me wrong. I'm going to ask about the stimulus, but I want to make sure my mind is right before I do that. Okay, we were talking about getting ready for taxes. When is the general time people probably ought to begin thinking about getting ready for taxes? Does it make a difference if you're expecting a refund or not, or what's it really matter?
Well, you usually see those who are expecting a refund, you see them earlier in the year. So right now, I'm getting a lot of calls on that. And what do you need? Do I need this? Do I need that? Unemployment form or, and a lot of people dropping stuff off already.
My W-2s. I need to make sure my W-2s.
Bank interest forms.
Yeah.
And that sort of thing.
The bank interest forms. People are deducting. We're not able to deduct nearly as much as we would have been able to, say, 5 years ago, right?
Right. In 2018, there were major changes. The standard deduction was greatly increased, and you no longer received an amount for a personal exemption. So many people that used to itemize deductions no longer do so. I probably have 5 returns that itemize deductions.
Is that right?
Nowadays, because
is it a level of amount of return that where you come in where it comes into play?
It's mostly people with extremely high medical, like maybe one party's in a nursing home or something and paying privately for that care, and major charitable contributors are really the only people I have that still itemize, because they put a cap on state and local income taxes that you can deduct. They put they took away unreimbursed employee expenses.
Yeah.
So with both of those changes, it just knocked nearly everyone out.
Mortgage is still there, though.
Mortgage is still there, but because the standard deduction was basically doubled, you got to be so much higher on your level
to get the deduction for it to matter to you,
right?
Because the deduction is
so much higher.
Okay, all right. Well, I always wondered about that stuff because I'm collecting. Let's ask it this way then. I collect all kinds of. We get information from our banks and insurance companies, and maybe information on your IRA and all kinds of different things. What all do you need? How much of this information is something that I really need to have for my taxes, or is it just that I need to have for living my life and knowing that my retirement looks good?
A lot of people give me more than I need. I'd definitely rather have more than I need than things that I need that I don't have. Real estate taxes are a big one that people forget, because you do get that credit in Illinois even if you're not itemizing. So
really?
Grab your property tax bill and throw it in with your tax stuff. The other stuff, I don't mind getting it in the pile of stuff as long as it's not like I don't need all your 12 months worth of IRA statements or last year's stuff, or some people throw in everything.
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't need all that to weed through. I like totals rather than all the source documents. If you want to bring me the source documents, that's fine, but I suggest people just bring it with. And
I'm suspecting you say you like that, but I'm suspecting that that's probably what most preparers would prefer too as well, not just you. Mm-hmm. If I'm going to Joe Blow accountant also.
H&R Block, wherever, yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's pretty good. I got I don't know what it was. It wasn't a 5498, but it was some kind of IRA form the other day.
Okay.
I had not made any contributions to this particular IRA over the past year. They're sending me this anyway. I thought, it's an IRA. This is for down the road anyway. Why are they sending me this for my taxes for this year?
Well, because if you want to contribute,
I still can.
You still can. You have until deadline of the return, and you can pull that off the front page then.
Okay. Now let's get to another thing. Mm-hmm. Deadline of the return. You just mentioned that.
Yeah.
Last year, when the coronavirus hit, because and the quarantines hit, because people couldn't get to see their tax preparer, everything got extended 6 months if need be.
Well, to July at first, July 15th.
4 months.
Yes, and then anybody
3
who
months.
did that went ahead and extended to October because that's the normal extension deadline.
Okay. Has it been extended this year to July like last year?
No, and I pray that it does not.
Why so?
Who wants to think about that?
You don't want to think about taxes.
No. Honestly, it was so late to kind of hit around here. I was able to get most of mine in and filed.
Yeah.
And anybody that was uncomfortable either met privately with a mask, and of course I cleaned well and
Sure.
anything like that. And I'm a one-man show office anyway, so there's not a bunch of people in my office. So
Well, you're like this. I mean, you're like this. We've got.
You're not
I've
close.
sprayed everything down. I sprayed down everything in between everybody. And
Not
you
close
and I are
together,
You and I are 6 feet apart. I got the yardstick back there. I can grab it if we want. but that's. I'm glad. I'm glad to hear that we're not going to have the extension again.
they may do it.
Do you think they will?
Yeah, they didn't do it till the very end last year, but I pray they don't again this year. So I hope anyone that needs to extend is just maybe affords the option of the normal extension. But extended returns just turn into year after year after year.
They do it every
returns
time.
And I would prefer to just get them out.
Well, let me tell you, I don't plan to, but I didn't get my stuff when I got I usually drop my taxes off to my preparer, and we are friends. We are not business partners. She does not do my preparation. I go to when I do that though, I usually will take it late March. It's just when I get all my beans in a pile and figure out what I'm going to do. Because I don't typically. We're two people. We're not getting a big refund. We don't have all kinds of standard deductions. Why?
Dogs don't have social security numbers.
Dogs don't have. When are we going to fix that? We need dogs.
Write your senator.
Hey, I've got 350 pounds of dogs. The need. But I usually take my time. So I don't even know where I was going, but that helped for me. I mean, I just stayed lazier. Mm-hmm. I probably ought not do that, should I?
Well, I mean, it's not that big a deal. Anybody that wanted to could have with me. I encourage people to go ahead and get it in, and we'd get it out the door.
Take care of it. Take care of business. Tell you what we're going to do. We're going to take care of a little bit more business here, and then we're going to come back. We're going to talk about how that stimulus is going to affect your tax. Some folks got stimulus in 2020. Some folks got two of them in 20. Some of them got one in 21 and 21. It's all messed up, right?
It is all messed up.
But you're going to walk us through.
I'll do my best.
We're going to do that. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. That's Janelle Monroe, and we'll be right back after this word. Do stick around. Having car trouble, need a tow, or just some routine maintenance? Butcher Automotive in Louisville has you covered. Locally owned and operated, Butcher Automotive offers complete vehicle repair services along with tire sales and wheel alignment. They're your local Hankook tire and interstate battery dealer. Butcher Automotive offers free local pickup and delivery so your car can be repaired while you're at work or at home. Butcher strives to treat everyone's vehicle as their own. At Butcher Automotive, they don't want you to give them your business, they want to earn it.
Residents of the Clay County and surrounding area have relied on Clay County State Bank for sound professional service for over 100 years. With convenient lobby and drive-up hours, we are ready to serve you Monday through Saturday. We appreciate all who bank with us, and we look forward to the opportunity of working with anyone who is looking for a community bank to help with their financial needs. Give us a call at 665-3314, visit us online, or stop by and see us on the square in Louisville to experience our friendly personal service.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
I thought I'd lost my business in that fire, but my agent was there before the flames were out. He said, together, we're going to rebuild. Our employees depended on it. My independent agent and auto owners made sure we didn't skip a beat. I mean, we didn't miss a single payroll.
For whatever lies ahead, we're always there. Auto Owners Insurance. North Wayne Insurance Agency in Flora is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
Does your home show signs of foundation problems? Call the experts at Woods Basement Systems. Our Power Brace system can fix the problem permanently and help protect the value of your home. Call Woods Basement Systems today. Woods, the all things basement-y experts.
Mold, rank air, pests, all getting closer to inside your home. With a dirt crawl space, there's no telling what's below you.
A sealed crawl space locks the nasty stuff out, plus can lower your utility bills. Woods, the all things basement-y experts.
Really good.
Nice. Hey, folks, welcome back. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. Janelle Monroe has joined. She runs Tax Time. She does tax preparation for folks. This is her busy time of year. You can go online, find more information about her. Again, that phone number is
599-0170.
170.
Mm-hmm.
I had to almost screwed that up. I'm so... that happens. All right. Okay, so... stimulus, quarantine hits, kaboom. Gosh darn it, we've got everybody hits, but we start getting stimuluses.
Mm-hmm.
The government just started sending you $600 or something at one point, right? Was the first one $600?
The first economic impact payment was $1,200 per person and $500 per child.
Okay. For $1,200, okay. Well, see, now that's the thing. That's how bad I am. I forgot how much I got. I guess I did get $1,200, and I guess my wife got $1,200. So that's terrible. Like, no, sir, I didn't get that money. You owe it to me again. I probably got it.
Yeah, that one was early enough. A lot of people did kind of forget about it.
And then then there was another stimulus package later in the year that they held it out and held it out and held it out, and finally. Like it was a Christmas bonus or something like that. You get a $600 for most people?
$600 per person and per child.
And per child.
And that was economic impact payment 2. They call them EIP 1 and EIP 2.
EIP 1 and EIP 2.
Mm-hmm.
All right. When this all started back in April, and we got the first one, and that's why one of the reasons I wasn't all that fired up to get another one. My understanding, and you're going to tell me that I'm entirely wrong, which is good, but I think my understanding probably matches what a lot of people thought was going to happen. That the payments, the $1,200 and the $600, were going to be taken out of whatever tax refund I might have been expecting this year. They were taking out of what I had already been paying in on my payroll every time, right? You're telling me that is not correct?
No, it's actually a recovery rebate credit, an additional tax credit that was passed that was paid to you early. Both of them.
A tax credit that was passed for the 2020 tax year, but paid in 2020 as opposed to paid in 2021 as part of your refund where it would have normally gone.
And even if you got the second round, the 600 in that first 2 weeks of January, or even still, they're considering that in 2020.
That is 2020 as well.
They moved it all to 1 year for simplicity. And
That's probably makes you pretty happy.
Yes, 'cause that could have been a disaster. Yes. So, but it's an additional tax credit that most people got early. Anyone who didn't get it will get it with their refund. So you have to put in the amounts you got. So be sure and tell your preparer what you did get so they can put it down, because if you didn't get the correct amount, you will get it with your 2020 refund that you're getting here in a few weeks.
So that begs another question. If I'm supposed to tell my preparer what I got, like I just told you, I forgot how much I got in April or whatever it was. It was around tax time. I forgot what I got in April. I didn't realize I got $1,200. So I ended up getting $1,800 a year for the year. I'm not going to get a notice telling me that I got that, am I?
No, I believe you can check it on irs.gov, or you can look back at your bank statements or your online banking, or call your bank. Most people got the correct amount, even if they don't remember.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. You said that some people have not received it yet. Why would I have not received it yet? I mean, what percentage of people got it, and what percentage of people are going to get it with their tax refund?
Most people got it, even if they had to wait. There was a little bit of a mishap in some misdirected payments for people who used like a service where your refund paid your tax preparer.
Yeah.
Some of those in the second stimulus payment, those payments were misrouted and came a little later. But most of those, as far as I know, have received theirs. The only difference would be kids over 17 whose parents still claim them, they were left out of these stimuluses. And if they are able to claim themselves and make under the income threshold, they're able to receive it on their tax return. Anyone who had a baby in 2020, they get additional money.
Oh, really?
Because that was all based on 18 or 19 taxes, so you didn't have the
You didn't have the baby in 19.
Yeah, so if you had a baby in 2020, you get a little extra money there.
Well, that'd be all right.
The only way money would be taken back, as you suggested, Bruce, would be is if in 18 and 19 you were under the income threshold, and then in 2020 you're actually over the income threshold.
Threshold is
$75,000 per person.
generally.
So,
Generally. Okay, so if you if you made like 65 or something, or your taxable income was 65,000 for 2019. And you ended up somehow you made up 80.
Like you're a nurse and you work a ton of overtime or something because of COVID.
Yeah, a ton of people.
85,000. Your
It
payment
varies.
may be reduced. It may not be all taken away, but.
At what level do you think they would probably take the whole thing away? 150
I
or
believe
something?
it's 150.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that is fascinating. Boy, this must be kind of difficult for you guys to keep up with.
It is, but it's interesting to me. It's all interesting to me.
All right, now, how come the 17-year-olds living at home the people didn't get the cash?
The way they wrote the legislation was simply based on sort of matched where the child tax credit falls off. So
Really?
Unfortunately, the college students just kind of missed out, and it's unfortunate.
So the college students get the raw end of the stick here.
Mm-hmm. But they get really good college credits right now. I mean,
Well,
the
they get
American
college credits,
Opportunity
and they may be
yeah.
getting student loans paid back or something.
Right.
All right, but let's go. Let's go back. Well, forget that stuff. Let's go back to when I tell you, okay, I got $1,200 back in April and I got $600 in December. Is that gonna? If I'm doing taxes on my own, am I going to count that as income from the government, or am I just going to say, or is there a place on the forms to put that?
No, it goes on a separate schedule that is just asking, did you receive?
Oh, okay.
And it subtracts it. It gives you the credit and then subtracts off what you got in advance payment. So if you don't put that in, your refund's going to be $1,800 too much.
Which I'll end up paying for the next year.
And they're going to say no when they get your return and probably subtract it off anyway.
Yeah, probably subtract it off anyway before they send me the check.
Right, because they'll say, no, Bruce Dickey already got this, and he's crazy and didn't report it.
Well, this is all terrifically confusing. But no. Actually, it's coming clear. I'm just wondering if I'm they still have the 1040 EZ and all that kind of thing?
I think so. I think there's an EZ and there's an A. I file everything on a
1040A is the one that, like your typical teenage kid or something.
Yeah, an EZ or an A.
Yeah.
I file everything on a 1040 just so I'm always looking at the same form.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, that makes some sense. So I bet on the 1040, this extra schedule, if I'm doing my own work, and I know a lot of people who still do their own taxes,
right.
but they need to maybe know that there's something else, that some other format or form.
Most softwares will catch it.
Okay.
People using TurboTax and that, I'm sure. And the online free file would catch it. It would prompt you with the questions.
I tell you what, this is so confusing. I'm glad she's here. We're learning a ton. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. We're going to come back. We're going to talk about maybe what to watch for in 21, as well as other things to watch for and as you're thinking about putting together your taxes. That's Janelle Monroe. I'm Bruce Dickey. Back wrap things up right after this. Stick around.
Make Carnaby Square in downtown Fairfield your fashion leader. We're the little boutique with the big inventory of beautiful, trendy outfits and clothing in a wide array of your favorite name brands. And don't forget our large selection of jewelry and accessories. Carnaby Square is Southern Illinois' largest dealer of Brighton. At Carnaby Square, we take pride in our one-on-one, knowledgeable customer service and look forward to helping you create your own special look. Plus, always free gift wrapping. Find endless gift ideas 24/7 at CarnabySquare.com and on our Facebook page. Shop the fashion leader in downtown Fairfield, Carnaby Square.
When it comes to your banking, you have as many options as colors in the crayon box. That's why you can bank your way at Teutopolis State Bank. What works best for you may be different from what works best for your neighbor. Teutopolis State Bank is built to serve all your banking needs, whether it's online banking, mobile check deposit, text banking, or just stopping in to see them at one of their 3 convenient locations. Member FDIC and an equal housing lender, it's Teutopolis State Bank. Banking made personal since 1913.
Napa know-how.
At Flora Auto Parts, you can count on the Napa know-how experts to have the solutions to keep you running on the road or in the field. More than just your car, your locally owned Napa store carries a large inventory of parts for farms, heavy trucks, and just about everything that moves. Experienced counter people understand your needs and are ready to help with the perfect part at a great value. That's Napa know-how at Flora Auto Parts.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
In 1916, Warren Miller chose Auto Owners Insurance. Later, his son made the same choice, as did his grandson. And today, his great-granddaughter did the same. As we reflect on where we've been, we're grateful to our independent agents and to those who have put their trust in us, and to the generations who will. Auto Owners Insurance.
Harrison Insurance in Louisville is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
Does your home show signs of foundation problems? Call the experts at Woods Basement Systems. Our power brace system can fix the problem permanently and help protect the value of your home. Call Woods Basement Systems today. Woods, the all things basement-y experts.
Mold, rank air, pests, all getting closer to inside your home. With a dirt crawl space, there's no telling what's below you.
A sealed crawl space locks the nasty stuff out, plus can lower your utility bills. Woods, the all things basement-y experts.
Hey, welcome back. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here with Janelle Monroe. We are talking about a wide variety of stuff. Again, You can find her at Tax Time, at JM Tax Time on Facebook there. And also give her a call at 599-0170. I hit the wrong button. I was trying to turn off my music. I turned off my microphones. Sorry about that. Yeah, because I knew the number. I wasn't going to screw the number up twice. 599-0170. That's right.
That's right.
Okay. Now I know that you and your buddy Joe Biden have been dealing and Chuck Schumer and Mitch McConnell. You know what's going on in Congress. You know everything that's going to go on.
Lord, no.
What kind of changes can we expect for 2021? Any idea?
I wonder if there won't be another stimulus. I think there could be. There's already been a few extensions of things that were in the CARES Act. I think the health insurance requirement is probably coming back with a penalty.
You think there'll be is the stomach there for, I wonder if the stomach is there for the capital gains to adjust again.
I don't know. I just don't know. It always,
it kind of comes as a surprise when it does, when they do when they do get something put together to make a change, right?
And when there's a change in leadership, there's often a change in taxes. So it keeps it interesting. It keeps all of us on our toes. Job security for sure. I think we're looking at.
You got to buy new software every year, though. Doggone it.
Oh, you do anyway. Yeah. Maybe we'll have all the loan forgiveness. And I look for maybe them to extend some student loan relief again. That fired back up. I believe they had until September that it wasn't accruing interest on any of your student loans.
September of 21?
It was between like March or May or whenever it passed in 20 all the way till September. It didn't accrue interest on
of 21
of 20
of 20
while we were under.
I think they extended that to December.
Okay,
I think that just ended like December 31st. Okay. I think now that they're.
I look for them to maybe extend that even again.
Yeah. Any changes in the farmers? The Schedule F going to be? The farmers have a pretty good lobby. They're able to keep their deductions pretty much.
Yeah, and the depreciation is usually pretty favorable for them. The depreciation changes. They still have good depreciation rules right now, as well as all businesses. Farmers also got some COVID relief. Many of them did.
Yeah.
But yet prices remained decent for them. So.
And prices are good right now.
Yes. So I look for locally. That to be maybe okay, and hopefully we have a good crop year this year.
Yeah.
But cattle dropped a little bit. It went, it skyrocketed and then it dropped back down.
Do people now? I grant as somebody gets older, they're going to spend more time on their taxes, or you'll spend more time on a return maybe than you would have otherwise. A 40-year-old. In 1995 and a 40-year-old in 2020. Are they spending the same amount of time doing their taxes?
Oh, no, it's much more digital now.
Really?
Much more digital.
Much more digital, so that's less time spent? Or
less time spent, yeah, for me. So many things are electronic, like the depreciation and things. I had to hand figure depreciation in school, but to actually look at the schedules now, I'm not really hand figuring depreciation.
Whenever this all started going more digitally, and tax preparers began to move to the more digital preparation software and that kind of stuff, were you surprised how quickly it all moved? Because you'd been doing the things by hand, right?
Some.
You started doing things by hand whenever you got started. Is that, if somebody's going to come along and become a tax preparer later, will they have the same kind of foundation as you might have had? Because you did bookkeeping and stuff too.
It depends on where they start. The first firm I worked for, we had all the software to do all of it, but the partners I worked for made you figure it by hand.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, you had to figure every return got figured entirely by hand before it went to the data entry gals to input all the information. So And then if it came back different, you had to explain it so that the reviewer could tell you.
Wow.
Yeah. So, I mean, I truly learned to do returns by hand.
Yeah.
And I don't know that everyone would have that nowadays. I don't know that you'd work for Strict of Partners.
Well, that's in dealing with the occasional accounting firms. It varies with the person, doesn't it?
Yes, for sure.
I mean, it's going to vary with the accountant, or with the tax preparer sometimes, as it does. That's also one of the other interesting things about your business is that somebody who's good at math can do it, pick it up, and be really good at it as long as they pay attention. As long as they pay attention to stuff.
And know the rules.
And know the rules and learn the rules.
So, like, you have to know enough to know if what you're looking at's right or not.
Yeah.
Like, the software can do it all, but you have to know if it's reasonable.
Do people, okay, you're dealing with people on a transactional basis. Do you ever get anybody trying to put one over on the government?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. All the time.
What's the biggest one? You don't have to tell me. I mean, you don't have to tell me who. But you have like somebody who's trying to say that my car is a business expense or something like that.
That's all the time. But
yeah,
I mean, I know what's
typical.
reasonable and what's not. And usually I can give them a look and they know I know. And it's sad that the government that people put us in that predicament.
That's right.
And then that's the type of situation that you want to look at if you want to continue doing that return or not.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Have you ever had to fire to fire a client?
Yeah.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Wow. That's pretty good.
It's uncomfortable. But
Well, I'm sure it is. But I mean, if they're asking their tax preparer to do something that the tax preparer is not comfortable doing,
right.
There's just no choice in the matter, is there?
We have a certain number of hours of ethics that we have to attend in the classroom every year.
I didn't know how much.
This year we did it all remote,
Yeah.
But we have quite a bit of cases that we go over and penalties and how much time the preparer got for doing bad things.
Oh, hopefully you see those kind of things in the ethics classes.
Yeah.
You think hopefully
I don't want to do that.
Hopefully the preparer got a good kickback or something.
Only for a short time.
Yeah,
Because then he went to prison.
Yeah, prison's bad. That's yeah. Hopefully on that you don't want that.
Most people, if I tell them this is not legit, this is unreasonable, they're like, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I didn't know if you'd catch that,
Yeah.
Janelle.
Yeah. You can't get away with this
All
with me
right.
or with them.
All right. So what is the main question somebody asks their tax preparer? What do you see people being most confused about?
They just want more refund. They want to know how much they're getting back, and if it's $1,000 less than last year, they want an explanation of why.
Yeah.
And they rarely understand why, but I do try to explain that to them. Right now, there's tons of questions. They changed the W-4. I don't know if you had to fill out a new one here or not for your work, but
I don't think so.
That's been really a hardship on folks, and it's really changed how the payroll deductions come out. And it's really confusing to a lot of people, and a lot of people aren't having the right amount withheld from their paychecks based on that because of the change in the form.
So folks need to
Look at their paycheck.
Look at your paycheck.
Make sure it looks reasonable.
Make sure that
At least has some federal withholding.
have something taken out, because there you go. I mean, if you don't have something taken out, you ain't getting a refund.
Oh, you're in a bind. You're usually in a bind.
You don't want to be in a bind in April. That's when you do extend to July and October. So
the bad thing is if you owe, you don't get an extension.
If you owe, you don't get the extension, do you? You got to pay anyway.
You just have to get the extension to file the papers.
No, that's Janelle Monroe. Thank you so much, Janelle. I appreciate you being here. Nice show. Thank you so much. Hey, folks, best of luck to you. Hope we save you some money and hope you got you a little bit smarter. But we'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day.